reflect a little bit about how important our NHS is. Now, as people say, it's not perfect by any means, and as a union we spend a lot of our time dealing with its problems, but it's important now and again to step back and think about life without it. Now, I've got a friend who lives and works in America, and he was over a few weeks ago to see his parents with his wife and his little girl. Now, he works in a hospital there, his wife works for university. Their employer subsidises their health insurance, but he pays $300 a month and his wife pays $500 a month because they've got the little girl on it. That's $800 a month, £500 that they have to pay in health insurance. That's for a healthy couple and one child. Imagine if you've got a history of health problems or you've got more children. Now, the NHS gives us a peace of mind that we see as normal, but I think it's really important that we recognise that some Tory MEPs have used phrases like the NHS is a 65-year mistake to realise how important it is to be vigilant about the NHS. I said at the start that the NHS isn't perfect. I'd like to talk about just three things. First of all, and above everything else, it's about money. Because although even this government recognised the need to spend a little bit more on the health service needs more and more money because we've got an ageing population and we've got new treatments coming for people. But what the government have done, and to use Michael Caine, not a lot of people know this, they've decided that South Yorkshire has been overfunded in the past, and as it gets slightly more money, South Yorkshire is going to be at the bottom of that pile for getting extra money. We have the smallest growth of any part of the NHS. The second thing is also about money, and it's about the pay cap. It applies to NHS and other public sector staff. Now, someone said before me, we've been limited to 1%, when inflation's been a lot more than that. But now we've got student nurses having to pay for their own training, and it's not just about cash in our pockets. It's actually about things like, is the NHS an attractive career for people to go into? And that's one of our fears. And finally, and more locally, I have to say I'm really concerned about what's happening to important community health services that don't get the attention that hospitals do. I'm a mental health nurse myself, and my own union branch covers community health services into Barnsley. And right now the health service commissioners there are wanting to cut 16%, that's £1 in 6, from what's called intermediate care. Now, intermediate care, it isn't as obvious as it is as people talk about A&E and maternity, but it's the sort of services that help people stay out of hospital when they don't need to be there, and to get people out of hospital, to rehabilitate after they've been in an acute hospital, and to make sure when they're discharged home that they can stay there properly. But in their wisdom, the Barnsley commissioners think we need less of that, despite the fact that it stops the sort of revolving door of people going in and out of hospital that anyone of an age themselves or with elderly relatives would have seen. And it's part of a pattern by which the services that stop people getting poorly in the first place, or that step in early, are being cut back and cut back and cut back. So please, if you work in the health service and you're not yet in a trade union, join one. There's a unity store here today. And if you're not a health service worker, please do support campaigns and events in support of our NHS. It's too important to let it suffer the death by 1,000 cuts that it's facing under this government. Thank you.
Thank you very much.